Greetings, family. We have an opportunity to bring information about some situations. We turn directly to the Shan family land, in love and deep gratitude for the greater purpose. The acceleration of time on Earth and the new developments in the air. You feel the acceleration of time on Earth and see how many things have happened in short periods of time. As in that time passes, we expanded the opportunities we have to act more directly on the surface and, thanks to your efforts and acceptance of new energies, we contact you in several ways, thus causing greater understanding of what has happened behind the scenes, even if you are not seeing the picture as we see it. We have gone ahead and intuited them to realize in the air what has happened. You cannot see what is happening, but feel. You may not know the right time to some events, but presentiment strongly. You can see your media trying to instill fear, but most of you do not fall more in this game. You know. They know that something great is coming, and the energy that is in the air we breathe in this breath brings them peace and balance. Do you feel up to despair of those who have managed for millennia whole system? You feel their fear, and what we ask is that engage in love energies. Their time came to an end and you also feel it. Not just because they read our messages which we say these things, but because they see it all in the air. We are here also to ensure that they should bear the consequences, and to reflect on what they did. Expansion of consciousness and the power of groups of family in anchoring the new energies. The forces that reach the earth have enabled the expansion of consciousness, so that an increasing number of lightworkers groups are gathering in specific places to anchor the energies of their respective motherships and support ships, those sustain their missions on earth. Not that before there were these meetings and anchoring, but we say that now has become more intense the way we are contacting them, as they advance in their levels of consciousness. They realize every day more easily our presence at their sides and, most frequently, see our ships flying lower and lower. However, there are certain risks in flights at low altitude, because the control of darkness still holds some tricks up its sleeve. We have to constantly lose them, not for us, because we have highly advanced technology, but for you who suffer retaliation. We continue to advance, they know it, and every day, have fewer resources to try to prevent our actions. The egregores of Lightworkers, group, give us support and possibilities to go ahead. When you come together, or even in their personal spaces, proclaim that our free and manifest desire to contact your space family, they, Draconian and all groups that support them, they lose their power over you. Know that they have no access to their sacred inner sanctum, and anything you do in this inner energy is untouched by them. Physical contact with the family of space. Attunement with our support ships. In these increasingly frequent meetings we have called them May Experience Beautiful Experience, where we want to help them expand their minds and prepare them for physical contact with your space family. Those of the groups that have greater openness may, in fact, be the anchors relay the frequency light of motherships light who watch your missions as bearers of light, light workers, wayshowers and warriors of light. See each feature here. The intention is to be fully prepared so that when we have permission for landing, come on board our ships. We hope that not just one or two employees of the group have this ability, but the whole group in its entirety. The higher attunement with your support mothership, more powerful is the energy that will be able to anchor in order to completely disintegrate the negative currents that are nearby. The Draconian also cannot help you attract our ships to close when moving these forces within. The higher the strength of the inside, less or no power they have over you. Get ready, and be welcome on board. It is in advance, and there is a preparation of the physical and energy fields bodies so they can be well prepared. Insistently invite the workers groups of light so that when in your meditations, remember to be in line of its support ship so that they immediately initiate the light transmission for the given group. Of course, whenever you come together in love, you have assistance, but here we are inviting them to something beyond. We are inviting them to come on board our ships, in conscience, as their bodies lie in meditation. Communication and ship access. Communication objectives. To specifically meet to anchor light, a light worker who, at the time, is more in tune may receive a higher energy impact, and there may occur a specific channel or not the commander of the mothership in question. Channeling or indirect communication is also a way to help anchor the energy of your support mothership. Do not get these energy docking tasks of its support ship just by curiosity or desire to channel, because the task has to be much higher than that. There is need for an open and completely free of external influences to heart the anchor happen in order to achieve the goals that are a disintegration negative currents, acceleration of the energy fields in which, in many cases, you will feel your hot physical body as if in intense heat, but do not feel discomfort. Be permission to our fleet through its internal arbitrariness free sacred to advance toward the surface, disempowering Draconian and their controlling groups. C. Ensure they are ready to receive us at the time of landing, with you perfectly balanced to help some people who may become confused and frightened. Meditation and union need. Requirements to establish contact. Summer, beloved, more light workers joining and strengthening the light egregores on the planet that have given support to our work in the astral areas of the Earth. Know that when you commit to their tasks on the surface, consequently help your families inner Earth and us, space, and advances in compression that will culminate in the emergence of all that has been hidden from you by millennia. The more they unite in their meditation and positive mentalizations more easily enable our approach. We receive daily in our records his intentions to stay in touch with our fleets. In many cases, we do not present ourselves to you for a few reasons. We do not intend to show ourselves to you just to satisfy some curiosity, do not want to suffer any retaliation by those who still control certain areas of the Earth, and do not want to destabilize their bodies, both physical and spiritual. There is a need for balance and harmony of parts to this contact. So we are constantly inviting them to meditate inside and there strengthen their intentions, leaving the egoic expressions. Contacts intensify from now. We are slowly starting the process of contact, at first in the astral fields and then, in the physical. And now, that is where we are calling them to participate. We are moving ships closer to you who are in groups where there is a high concentration of positive energy. Some of you may feel at the time of a given anchor, tremors in their bodies or some other physical sensation, or may be noticeable symptom caused by the acceleration of energy and rapid change carbon-based to crystalline. Ideally, when, in groups, to feel the approach of your ship support, join hands for greater balance to support the current that will be poured out of its support ship to the group. The process starts by one that is more in tune, goes to the second, and so on until the vortex has been activated. Where there is discord, there will be no contact. The ships are allowed to approach. Groups on Earth are being monitored. All fleets of the Ashtar Command, Pleiadians, Andromedans, SIRIANs, ARCTURIANs and all the Confederates groups assisting the consciousness rise of Shan Earth are allowed to approach their ships of the groups on the surface which are in Christ tune and without personal egoic intentions, and initiate greater delivery of energy. We need to remain committed to the truth and the light. We will not allow approach where there is discord or any feelings that bring imbalance to the process. We are monitoring many groups on Earth who are aware of their potential in the face of such great responsibilities that they were delivered, as well as monitor the individuals who came to Earth with mission groups and anchoring the energies that will transform Shan forever. It is mandatory alignment with love and light. Groups and subgroups, those who have the support. A master warning. Just as we are approaching and giving increasing support to their work on Earth, we ward off our ships and help support those who do not wish our approach, be they conscious or not, in the way that lead disagreements, and they'll be among other groups. You are a huge group of souls who descended to Earth in great rescue mission. Not only the beloved Earth, but the entire galaxy which depends on the balance of your planet so they can go on to also carry your ascension process to the higher dimensions. You are a large group divided into subgroups to exercise their roles in all this work. Your responsibility is not only on Earth but throughout the universe known to you, and beyond. We sometimes groups accusing groups and people judging and trying to disempower people within those groups. Notice on behalf of the Master Teacher Jesus that will not have the support of their support ships, if this continues. Consequently, everyone lightworker who is already aware, or simply read or hear this message, you will lose their support if exit alignment. We do not intend to support anything that is not love and commitment to the light. Watch out for traps. No more gossip and intrigue among the lightworkers. Tasks and individual and group responsibilities. Each lightworker should be well aware of its responsibility in the midst of so great task is to lift the sacred earth, the galaxy and the whole system to the higher vibrations. Fall into traps of those who wish their order is the responsibility of you, dear Confederate on Earth. You have our support to remain at the Christ line and in tune with the entrusted work. We are ready to ensure that all run in the earthly mission is successful. Each of you receives special permits to be on Earth and do what they are doing, anchor and go places to activate portals. Restore areas of potential energy here. It means that many sites are great potential for the formation of vortex of light, and the presence of a light worker in line with the Christic forces immediately reactivates these vortex or simply begin to attract more people to that place, thus forming another light egregore on the planet. Preventing and alleviating natural disasters with their presence and mentalizations. You are all that potential on Earth. I say that anyone authorized on Earth that will deviate from the true purpose, will not have the support of the support motherships. Dear leaders of groups are well aware of their responsibility for what they say and do, for you are mirrors for all arriving in your space. Dear brothers who form the egregores around the Earth, do not allow in any way to induce you any disimpedora information. Do not allow on your gossip and intrigue group, but lovingly, may refuse to hear anything of that sort. Any light worker on your egregore to enter that game will be the target of unfriendly forces and cannot intervene in respect to their free will. This information is not to leave them frightened, but to make them more aware of the power and responsibility that you have on Earth. Firm up the pillars of ethical, moral and spiritual to attract their support ships. What we see in some groups are gossip and conversation calls that do not lead to high vibrations, but only diminish their capacity as Confederates, as well as hinder the approach of the support ships, or even make you lose the connection. You, within groups, are responsible for coming or not the support ships, as well as with the celestial powers will be entrusted to each of you. Each receives according to their attitude towards the situations that come to you as an opportunity to show their potential. Or, conversely, to succumb before the vanity, pride or the desire to belittle and demoralize others through idle talk, which ultimately lead to imbalance of some egregores, or even its complete dismantling, thus missing another potential Earth. Not want that. So insistently repeated, pay attention to their behavior towards life. Watch how you treat your brothers. Our approach, in confidence, depends on it. We cannot put power in the hands of someone who has no commitment or easily be the target of not confederacy. But if you came here to talk certain things to you through this letter delivered to the people of Earth, it is because you want in complete harmony with our fleets, simply because you are part of it. We wish to remind them of this and warn them not to fall into traps, and we wish we firm on the pillars of ethical, moral and spiritual to attract their support ships. The answer is in the corner. My dear, like his brother, and again here putting my full admiration for all of you who make up the great egregore light anchored on Earth, we need you truly unified. I have immense consideration and love for all those who read or hear these words of mine, and I have every confidence in their abilities. We speak directly with you because we know that we are not dealing with incomprehensible beings, but with highly responsible and aware that what we say should be considered beings. Every time, you have the physical proof that, when they enter any disharmony, quickly feel the reverberation of it and the effect on yourself and your back. When a light worker loses its time criticizing, judging, try to disempower, belittle or anything else other than love, true purpose, quickly he becomes the target of forces that do not know how to deal since, the out of alignment, completely loses control of what comes next. And we will, truly, you are in control, loving and serving the true purpose. How to behave in the face of aggression and disbelief. The love of Ashtar. With that, I take leave, asking distribute this my message to all as you can, and ignore any verbal violence towards you. Love, only without distinction. Those who judge and who, by free will, want to get out of alignment will lose their power when you, in alignment, do not give attention to this. These aggressive, violent brothers, prejudiced, dissatisfied and who choose to stay in the old energies will have our love and care when we take them to the quantum treatment chambers. Do not embitter or provide care. Just trust that the Supreme Source has a plan for everyone and that no soul will be without a chance to return to light. As you know, anyone who has violated the laws of God will be exempt from responsibility. The very energy of discord and disaffection that led, contrary to the natural laws of love, will be the judges to give the verdict. We are here to ensure the divine justice is done, without gaps. So ignore and do not give attention to verbal violence remains endemic in groups of light workers, because those responsible for the handling of such energies have received their verdict. I hope these truths resonate in their hearts, beloved family, and as your brother, I say that you have my full attention to what they need, when in our line. Myself, personally, I promise to assist all who call me in love to the Master of the Masters who walk among you, which constantly delighted by the commitment and love to this planet and love you, forming size group able to renew the face of this beloved planet Shan, and on the surface represent us, hence the space. There is nothing else to say here. Just feel the love poured on you now, as you feel the vibrations in their physical bodies to bear witness that we are here at this time, at his side. After you read or hear this message, we invite you to briefly close your eyes and feel the embrace that we will be giving them. I love them with all my heart. And so it is. Blessings. His brother. Ashtar.